Today is August 16th, 2016, also known as Cartoons Ya Boy's 21st birthday. So I'm going to be having fun by the time you're watching this video. However, I thought that today would be a good day to talk about Feral Druids. And Feral Druids have been one of those classes that have required me to take a little bit extra time in learning, because I feel like it does have a pretty high learning curve. Whenever you start out playing a Feral Druid, you either are going to really suck, not know what you're doing, not know how to spec, or whatever. So I think that this video will help a lot of Feral Druids out, because if you're thinking about like either leveling up a Feral Druid for an alt or playing it as your main, it's important to know what they do, right, before you jump into the Legion. So there's a couple things that I want to cover over Feral Druids. I think that the first thing is going to be the damage, because the damage is very interesting. It's not as straightforward as like you build up a resource like a demon hunter or a warrior or whatever, and then just like unload on them. It's more like a mix between rogue and affliction warlock. It's really interesting because you actually build up these offensive cooldowns like Tiger's Fury and Savage Roar. And whenever you use these, you want to have that like moment in time where you have both of those buffs up and you have this 40% damage increase. And then at that point, you want to put up as many bleeds as possible on people. And bleeds work obviously like dots do. I mean, they are dots. So I'm going to explain a little bit about these two dots real quick, and then we're going to jump into the opener and explain that. So Rake right now is a bleed dot, right? It's very simple. It's just a spammable bleed dot, but if you're in stealth, it will stun the target similar to how Cheap Shot works for 4 seconds. Okay, so that's really what that ability does, really nothing too special. And then there's Rip, and Rip does a lot of damage. And Rip, if you are able to get it on a target, whenever you have those two buffs up, that Savage Roar and your Tiger's Fury, which increases 15% damage for 8 seconds, if you're able to get that up, it's going to do quite a lot over 24 seconds with 5 combo points. And I think that it's really, really good. And like, if you're going to be trying to maximize the amount of damage you do on a Feral Druid, what you're going to want to do is really work that window that you have. So try and get yourself in a position where you have Savage Roar and Tiger's Fury up, and then using both of these dots on as many targets as possible with 5 combo points for Rip. And then after that, you'll be doing your burst damage, which I'll get into in just a moment after we do the opener. One more bleed that you have now in Legion is called Ashman's Fury, and this ability is very interesting because you basically just swipe in front of you for 15 seconds, or not 15 seconds, you do it for 15 times over 3 seconds, and it applies a bleed damage ability based on how many times you hit them, which is cool. So what you're going to do here is start with an opener, and then you're going to a Loon's Guidance, because a Loon's Guidance is a new talent that allows you to kind of take away that build-up time, and you immediately gain 5 combo points, an additional 1 combo point every 1 second for 5 seconds after you use the ability, which is really cool because you can use it in stealth, and then you can get an instant Savage Roar and then start your opener on the target and be good to go, right? So there's really no problems with that. So what you're going to do is a Loon's Guidance, Savage Roar to get that 24-second, 25% damage increase. And then after that, you're going to wait until you have 3 combo points. Okay, so when you get to 3 combo points, you're going to open on the target with Rake and immediately use Tiger's Fury into Rip, which is going to give you that really strong Rip dot damage debuff. And after that, you can use your Ashmane's Fury to get another bleed damage ability, another strong bleed damage ability with those 2 buffs on you, which you can see in the top right of my screen whenever I do the opener. And then after that, what I'm going to do is start applying my burst damage, which is going to be Brutal Slash. And Brutal Slash is a brand new ability in Legion. It is a very strong AoE ability that actually just does a lot of damage in general, so people have been taking it just for single target damage. But it's a 16.4 second recharge at it's a 3 charge ability, so you can use it 3 different times. And it is an AoE ability, so just real quick, one little warning is that you can use it while not actually being next to the target like I just did, and I used the energy, but I didn't get any combo points, I didn't do any damage. But yeah, since it's an AoE ability, you don't have to actually be on the target to use it, so there's like a little bit of a skill cap to not press it whenever you have the opportunity to, unless you are for sure in range of that target or multiple targets that you want to hit. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to be in Prowl, we're going to hit a Loon's Guidance, Savage Roar, Then we're going to Rake and hit Tiger's Fury to gain back all that energy that I just used, and then Rip, and then we're going to Ashvane's Fury, and then Brutal Slash. So try and stay with me, okay? So what we're going to do is, again, we're going to Elun's Guidance, okay? Elun's Guidance, Savage Roar, okay? Then we're going to Rake, Tiger's Fury, Rip, and then Ashvane's Fury, put up all those dots, and then start hitting our Brutal Slashes, and we will have 5 combo points, and then at that point, like, we're killing them. Like, you know, at that point, like, we did enough damage to where if you're playing with a Demon Hunter or an Arms Warrior or a Rogue of some sort, like, you should have been able to really take them down at that point. Because I took them from 100% to, I think, 30% in just my opener. And as you can see, I had the buffs up. I applied all the dots, which is really what Feral Druid's about in terms of damage, and that's like how it works. So I'm going to speak a little bit to the mobility of the class. There's 3 different mobility abilities outside of just the shape-shifting, which is simple. So you can actually shape-shift in and out of slows or roots, and that's, like, you know, been something that's been in the game forever. There's really nothing that's changed there. And then there is also the wild charge ability, which is cool because it changes based on what form you're in, and it also has a 15-second cooldown, which I think is really neat because 15-second cooldown is one of the shortest cooldowns in the game for a mobility ability like that. So like Blink is on par with that, or I guess Fell Rush is a 10-second, so that's a little bit better. But like Wild Charge, what it's going to do while I'm in cat form is obviously I'm going to leap behind them, and then it's going to daze them for 3 seconds, slowing them. Or what I could do is I could sit in bear form and it actually changes. So I could charge at the enemy, immobilizing them for 4 seconds, which is cool. And then as you can see, like bam, so they're immobilized for 4 seconds. Or I can hop into travel form, and this will allow me to leap forward 20 yards, and or you can just be in regular caster form and it will fly to an ally's position. So that's kind of how the mobility of that ability works. And then there's also dash, and dash is a 3-minute cooldown. It's kind of like sprint, where it increases your movement speed by 70% while in cat form for 15 seconds. So this is like something that, this is like the staple gap closer outside of this ability right here. And then there is the Stampeding Roar, which is really cool because it gives all of your allies 60% movement speed for 8 seconds. So if you're playing like a cleave comp with double melee, that's how that works. And then there's the Freedom of the Herd PvP talent if you choose to take it, which means that your Stampeding Roar clears all roots and snares from yourself and allies when you use it. So it's like a go button, like everyone goes, right? Everyone runs to the healer and kills them. And then there is something that is brand new, which is interesting, and that's called the Restoration Affinity, which is what I am playing. So the Restoration Affinity allows me to have Restoration Druid abilities, and then there's also the Guardian Affinity and the Balance Affinity for Feral Druids, which gives me Moonkin form and a bunch of Moonkin spells and Moonkin dots. And then there's the Guardian Affinity, which reduces all damage taken by 10% and gives me like Guardian abilities. And then there's Restoration Affinity that obviously gives me Restoration abilities. So this is the strongest one because I feel like as a Feral Druid, you actually do heal for a lot with these abilities. Like, you can put out these heals, and they don't do a whole lot, but the big ones that really do a lot is the Swiftmend. So Swiftmend itself heals for upwards of 197,000 without any buffs at all, and it's only on a 30-second cooldown. So whenever this crits, it heals you for 300 to 400,000 health. Or a healer, if your healer's getting trained, or if your partner's getting trained, like whatever, you can just heal them, and like it actually is really effective. So there's many situations that I played as a Feral Druid wherever my healer's in trouble or my healer's CC'd and somebody's dying, and I just heal them myself, and it actually just works. That in combination with the Predatory Swiftness that gives you a free healing touch every time you use a 5-point combo finisher is really good for off healing. So what we're gonna do guys is jump into some arenas and show you exactly what it's like in a real live PvP situation. So I've got a few clips for you guys to check out, so I hope you enjoy.
That carries them has kept me astray. Too soon to act on it, can we ever be? That all depends on what you're feeling from me. Show you all the way. has kept me astray. Too soon to act on it, can we ever be? That all depends on what you're feeling from me. Show you all the way. Let me show you all the way. Let me show you all the ways, yeah. Let me show you all the
And that does sum it up for today, guys. I hope you did enjoy this video. If you can get this video to 1,500 likes just for my birthday, I would really appreciate it. Thank you so much for all the love you guys have shown me, all the support, and you can also subscribe to my YouTube channel for future videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Cartoons out.